London, England is the capital of one of the most prominent countries in the world. With its beautiful scenery and rich history, London leaves its mark on every visitor that sets foot into the city. Whether it's visiting the home of Wheeler Kate or riding the world's largest observation wheel, London may be one of the greatest cities in the world. I first became interested with London when Kate Middleton and Prince William got married. I remember my middle school science teacher let us watch it during class. I was fascinated with how scenic the city was. The London people were so captivating with their pride for their city. Through websites and our library databases, I learned much more about London. London, England appeals to many different people because of its famous history and royal attractions. First, today I'm going to start by describing the history of London. Then I will describe some of the popular attractions in London. Then lastly, I will describe the royal excursions of London. Let's begin by talking about the history of London. Today, London is one of the most historical places in the world because its history dates all the way back to the 1st century. In 47 AD, the Romans, on their quest to conquer new lands, founded London first. They used the River Thames as a trading post for their ships. It was used for hundreds of years to transport mainly gold and food to and from London. Then 350 years later, the Romans decided to abandon London due to political instability and a tightening recession, according to the article, The History of London. During the next 900 years, many different people, from the Anglo-Saxons to the Vikings, occupied London. Then on Christmas Day, 1066, the Frenchman, William the Conqueror, was crowned King of England in London, and this marked the beginning of the royal families in London. Like the U.S., England also experienced a civil war which terrorized London starting in 1642. It was their king fighting against their parliament. This war ended in 1651 with King Charles I being beheaded and marked the beginning of the Great Plague. Over 100,000 people were died because of this plague in a span of a year. A year after the plague ended, a great fire started in London and wiped about 80% of London out. It started at the King's Bakery and quickly spread throughout London due to the lack of rain, and their houses were made out of wood. Here's a picture of it. Fortunately, it only came with a few casualties. Then after these great tragedies in the 18th, 19th, and 20th century, London flourished as a center of power. The population grew, innovations were made, and trade prospered. This history turned London into a tourist hotspot. London is home to some of the world's most visited attractions. One is the Coca-Cola London Eye, which is here. The London Eye stands at 443 feet high and holds up to about 25 people on each ride, and it takes about 30 minutes to complete one ride, according to CNNTraveler.com. Another attraction is the British Museum. The British Museum was established by Hans Sloane in 1743 as his lifetime collection of curiosities. Some of its popular attractions are the Rosetta Stone, Easter Island statue, and the cat mummies, to name a few. The museum has collections dating back to 2 million years ago and some as recent as 2010. The third attraction is Big Ben. Big Ben is a great clock tower at the northwest end of the Westminster Palace, which is here. The clock face has about a diameter of 25 feet and its hands weigh about 660 pounds each. Big Ben is known for its reliability because it has failed a few times since its construction in 1858. Those were some of the non-royal attractions in London. Now I will tell you about some of the royal attractions. London is famous as the home of the royals. One royal hotspot is Buckingham Palace, which is here. It is home to Queen Elizabeth II, where she entertains officials, receives citizens, and holds inaugurations. It was first home to Queen Victoria in 1838. Visitors are welcome to the palace. They will see the Queen's carriages and horses, the Queen's paintings, and the staterooms where the royal family holds events like state dinners or family christenings, according to Buckingham Palace, a symbol of strength and tradition. Here's a picture of some of the staterooms. Buckingham Palace stands as a part of British heritage, so it is much like our White House. The next attraction is Kensington Palace. It is the main royal residence starting in 1689 up until 1838, when Queen Victoria moved it to Buckingham Palace. It now houses the Queen's relatives such as Prince William and his family and Prince Harry, according to Kensington Palace, the royal family suite villa. It is also open to the public, where guests get to see the palace gardens, which are here, and the Queen Victoria's old living quarters and Princess Diana's apartment. The last hotspot is the Tower of London. It's there. The Tower of London is an 11th century fortress to the River Thames, and it was built as a symbol of Norman power. The tower has been a setting for some of the most significant events in European history. For example, it was used as a fortress during the Norman Conquest and was a spot for 3 queens' executions. And here's the memorial for the queens. This was a spot for 3 queens' executions, and here's the memorial for it. So in conclusion, London has an abundant and royal history that has turned attractions such as Big Ben and Buckingham Palace and many more into popular sites. I have learned many new things today, and I hope you have too.